Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start a weekend reading vlog. This will be my third weekend reading vlog, and I'm doing one this weekend specifically because I feel like, number one, I haven't been reading a lot, and number two, I have a 3-day weekend because I took a personal day tomorrow. Because today is Thursday, so tomorrow, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I will be off, and I hope that I can get some reading done. I have been reading for the longest time The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan, and I am enjoying it. It's something totally different than I would normally pick up, and I've had a very interesting reading experience with it. I bought the book because, like I said, I've been hearing great things, even though it has a heavy magical realism, theme to it. However, I've heard that it's much more than that, and it really is. So I got it on audio through the Overdrive app as well, and I started listening to it on audio. I wasn't really vibing with that, so then I was reading it physically, and then I also just listened to the audiobook, which I never do. I mean, I have done it like in the past, but it's been like a few years. I much prefer reading along with the audiobook, but I was able to stay in the story enough just listening to the audiobook and not having the physical book with me. So I've been kind of doing all three. Just listening to the audiobook, just reading the physical book, or doing both like I normally do. So right now I am on chapter 89 and 90. I'm almost done, but it's kind of slow going with this. Either I read a big chunk or it kind of goes slow. So I'm hoping to finish this like either tonight or tomorrow and then jump into something new. I have no idea what I am in the mood for. I have so many books that I want to read on my TBR, and I just don't know what I want to read next. I also have a couple of e-arcs on my Kindle, and I know one of those I really want to read, but I think I'm gonna buddy read it with Nicole next month. So I'm trying to like hold off, but and I want to start reading the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I want to read all the books that I recently hauled. Like, I don't know, I want to try some of those books from my Drunk Book Outlet haul. I don't know, I have no idea what I'm going to be in the mood for when I finish this, so all I'm going to say right now is I'm hoping to finish this. I've been kind of wanting to start a bullet journal, but I'm a perfectionist, so I don't know how it's going to go. And I figured like I would try it at some point, but then I saw this journal and I was like, yes, that's the journal I'm going to get and try to do bullet journaling in. So this is the journal. It's huge. It's not like a typical, it's not made for bullet journaling, and it's not like, it doesn't have dots or grids or anything like that. But do you see what it says right here? Vegan leather sketchbook. That's why I got it. Good morning. It is Friday and it is 8:24, which means I woke up about 45 minutes ago. And let's see, what did I do? I called my husband because he was already at work. I took some trash out because they come and collect the garbage today. I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. I made some coffee because there wasn't, I made some tea because there wasn't coffee, so I'm drinking some chai tea. Yeah, that always sounds so funny. Anyway, let me update you on my reading. I did not do any reading until I went to bed. I was working on hobby horses for work, and I'm pointing over here because that's where they are. I'll show you one. So here they are. I realized that the stick should have been in the middle. However, we already planned for them to be in the back, and I went with it. I was like, screw it. I'll do it in the middle next year. Anyway, let's get to the freaking reading because that's why you're here, and I feel like I haven't been doing any reading. So last night, as I was saying, I didn't read until I went to bed, and I was on page like, what page is this? 382, and I read till 401. So I only read like 20 pages, and I physically read them because I was telling you how I can use a variety of means to read this. But I read a few chapters. I read 3 chapters, and that is my priority this morning. I just finished reading this, and this is why you do not rate books until you finish them, because everything comes together in the end and you don't know what surprises are in store for you until you literally close the last page. I definitely was sobbing. Tears were just streaming down my face. I'm kind of speechless. I don't know, like, wow. I'm still thinking about this book, and I'm like, how do I ever rate a book like this? So a long time ago on my channel, I kind of talked about how I think about books when I'm rating them, and I think about overall enjoyment. Yes, definitely think about that. But I also think about the characters. Like, what did I think about the characters? What did I think about the setting or the world? What did I think about the main purpose, theme, conflict of the book? What did I think about the resolution? What did I think about the writing style? And all of those, like, characters, setting, plot, conflict, resolution, 5 stars. However, my overall enjoyment was more of a 4 stars due to the writing and the magical realism. So I think, and all of the colors, there was too much. I mean, I could give examples upon examples. Yeah, just it's hard not to look at her since she's sitting directly across from me, but I drop my gaze, try to ignore the sap green irritation dripping through my insides. Her face full of cobalt contentment. A teal curiosity settles in my stomach and my fingers itch to give it a toss of my own. I was highlighting, okay, glorious in a goldenrod sort of way. The confirmation of all I've ruined slams into me in a wave of fluorescent hues. Another thing, like, some of the colors, I'm like, are these even real colors? Like, don't make me Google that shit. Okay, so I'm currently driving home, which is a good thing because it's about to storm. I mean, it's already starting to sprinkle. As you can see, it's kind of overcast. But I went by the library to drop off some books that my husband was donating for, like, the Friends of the Library book sale. I'm about to go over a speed bump. That's why that's happening. There's several speed bumps on our way to get out of here. So I dropped those off, which was good. Get those out of the house. And then I went by Office Depot and got some stuff for my bullet journaling. Went to the library to drop off those books, and I was shocked at how many people were there. This is just like, it isn't even the main library, it's just a branch of the main library, and there were so many kids there with their parents, and I'm thinking to myself, they're supposed to be in school today, right? Been working on my bullet journal. I'm gonna flip you around and show you that. It is nothing, and I'm not even exaggerating. And this vegan leather journal, here's the end pages. I started here and I did my index and I just did the line, wrote index, and wrote future log 1 through 4, and then I started June because I'm not going to start it this month. I want to start it fresh at the beginning of the month, so June starts on page 5. And as you can see, I already was like screwing up and had to use my whiteout tape. Okay, the next page is my future log. So I did the 6-month, June, July. Even though that's stupid to do June because I'm starting in June, but whatever. We're not gonna worry about it. June, July, August, September, October, November, and then I left a place to do the rest of the year. And then here I started June, and I did exactly what they showed me to do in the video. You do the days of the month, and then you do the first letter, except for I did TH for Thursday because I've always done Thursday like that, and it just wouldn't be me if I didn't. So I did the letters. These little marks are pencils, so I can easily erase those, but that was just me getting my lines as straight as I could. Then it talks about writing your task page. So I wrote June on the top, and these are the things that I know so far that I have to do. So pizza party for school, last day of school, Read-A-Rama announcement video will be going up on May 26th. Read-A-Rama TBR will be June 9th, and then Read-A-Rama round 10 is from June 9th to June 15th. You've heard it here first. And then I did this down here. Now this is going to be my mood tracker, and I plan to do it on my task page every month because it's kind of like right here with the calendar basically. This is something I have been doing in this little book that I got in like my Alcrate or an Uppercase subscription box or something like that. So I started this in August 2016. I obviously didn't go very far with it, but this is something that I have done since August 2016. I just do wheels and then, you know, fill in how I'm feeling. Green days are good days. Yellow days are not so good days. Red days are obviously the worst kind of days. And the gray is I didn't even track my mood. So here's September's. And I even started like, I don't know why I got this extra on this, but I started like putting yellow streaks in if it was a particular time of the day that was kind of like a bump in the road. Here is October. Decided on my next book. I just recently saw Spence do like his reading of the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, and I have been wanting to pick up this book for a while, so I am gonna finally do that. I had a credit on Audible, and even though I have Crooked Kingdom and The Song Rising on Audible to read, I am going to start A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Good morning. I just woke up, but I wanted to update you on my reading. It is Saturday morning. It is 8:44. Last night I started A Darker Shade of Magic, and I am on page 177. Okay, so my husband is outside. He's watching The Neighbor Girls, and he's working on our front flower bed. I went out there to help him for a second, and look at my hair. It's a hot mess. Look at my hands. I'm bleeding. I'm disgusting. Oh, sorry. I'm disgusting. Yeah, so I need to clean up, and then I need to start editing some videos. But I just wanted to show you I do get down and dirty. I guess I'll show you like the rose, part of the rose bush that I took out. I will show it to you. This is happening. This is like a look now. I'm 75% into A Darker Shade of Magic. I'm still reading it. I'm listening to it on audio still. enjoying it, thinking about finishing it and what I'm going to rate it. I can't imagine not rating it 4 or 5 stars at this point, just because it's really good. The characters are awesome. The world is awesome. Everything is explained very well. Yeah, it's just going really well. I just got some more coffee and I'm ready to continue on. I did want to comment, the time is 8:48, but I wanted to talk about the story, about how you never know which way it's going. There's always like, it always leads in a direction you're not thinking of. I don't know, it's just such an interesting story. Like things are going along and you think you know what's going to happen, and then it like turns in this other direction. Not that there's like twists and turns per se, but you just never know what direction the story is going in, and you never know the surprises that it has in store for you. Good morning, it's Sunday, and I'm going to wrap up this week's weekend reading vlog. And I'll do another one soon. I don't know when. I really do enjoy doing these, but I feel like I really didn't have a plan this weekend. I just wanted to finish The Astonishing Color of After, and then I kind of went with the flow. So I ended up purchasing A Darker Shade of Magic on Audible using my monthly credit, and I finished this last night and I loved it so much. I ended up rating it 5 stars. I thought the characters were very cool. I loved Kel. I loved his magical coat. I liked his brother. I liked his companion. I liked Holland. I really loved everybody. I love that Lila, I forget how they said it in the audiobook. I love how she was so snarky and sarcastic and like so sure of herself and unapologetically just wanted to be a pirate, and I loved it. I loved the world. I loved traveling through the different worlds, and I loved that everything was explained. I know there was a lot of world building in this and a lot of explaining how things worked and why things worked the way that they did. I'm trying to find that page that I highlighted. Found it. But I think that just sets us up for the rest of the trilogy. And so right here in the very beginning, pages 14 and 15, it talks about the smells of the different Londons. And on page 15, it talks about the magic of the different Londons. So like knowing that and being able to like reference that if needed was super helpful. Although every time you went to a new London, like it was really explained well, and it just like reminded you. I also, this is another huge thing for me, I loved how it wrapped everything up in this one book. Obviously, you want to see more, you want to be with these characters more, you want to visit this world again, but I like that it didn't leave you on this huge cliffhanger. It's almost like saying like, I'm better than that, than to leave a reader on a cliffhanger. Like, I can make you want to stay with characters, stay in a world because they're so amazing, but I don't have to do that with the plot, and I loved it. So also there was a lot of foreshadowing in this book for things to come, and I just think it's great. I think it was so well written, and I'm really excited to continue on in the trilogy. However, I'm not doing that right away because as I was finishing this up, I got an email from my library via the Overdrive app said that When Dimple Met Rishi was available. So I went ahead and I'm going to take a break from the trilogy and jump into this. And then I think I'll finish this and then I'll jump into... things came crashing down. I'll probably jump into The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo next, after I finish When Dimple Met Rishi, and then I'll start. We have like a chance to fit another like one book in, so probably When Dimple Met Rishi, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, one other book, so maybe I'll go with the second book in the trilogy, and then I will start Read-A-Rama. When Dimple Wrote Rishi, it is a contemporary story about a girl and a guy going off to college, but before they go off to college, they're going to this con for programming or something like that, and Dimple is going there because she wants to, but Rishi is going there because he's going there to meet Dimple, and it's kind of like an arranged marriage situation. So I'm only on page 22, but I will say that I'm not really enjoying it yet, and contemporary is one of my favorite genres, so usually I get into the story right away, but the main storyline hasn't even happened yet. I think it's about to, so I'm holding out hope that I will like it. I'm going to close out this weekend reading Vlog Now because I'm not going to finish When Dimple Met Rishi, even though I am listening to it on audio. Tomorrow is my friend's birthday, but we're going out for ice cream, and I'm going to give her her present today, and just all the things that come with like the Sunday before work. But I really have enjoyed my weekend. It's been a long one. It's been nice, but even though I had an extra day, it feels so short, probably because I went to bed at like 3 a.m. this morning, and it is now 10 o'clock. And it's time to get the day started.